everyone. Welcome back to another video. My name is Matt Schmidt and I guide people to heal themselves. So in this video, we're going to be talking about becoming our authentic selves. Alright, I'm calling this one Take Off the Mask because what happens is a lot of times we act certain way around certain people because we're looking for their approval, their validation, and we hold back who we truly are. So I see this as a pattern coming up for me, and I kind of want to share because I see this with a lot of other people too. And it really boils back to becoming our true self and who we really are at the core. So 2019 for me was a lot of just becoming aware of those things that didn't really serve my highest good. 2020 was a lot about letting go of those things. So first bringing them up to the surface and then just kind of shedding those layers and letting go of those things that didn't really serve me and weren't really working out. 2021 is it's all about becoming my authentic self. And if you watch some of my other videos, I didn't actually know who that was, which sounds sad, but I've talked about a bit before about kind of my path with different drugs and how like that had been like a whole chunk of my life. And in that, I had to be all these different people for different people. It was more of a matter of like self-preservation, but I had to have a professional front, and I had to be a certain way to these people, and I had to be a certain way to these people. When that was all gone, it was just me left, and it was kind of a scary thing because I've never actually had to really deal with me because I was all these other characters that I didn't really know who I was. So part of me had to be like the funny guy for these people, or I had to be like I don't know. I had all these different masks that I was kind of wearing. And those when I took off those masks, I was afraid of like what was underneath because I never had to deal with me. I never had to face me because I was all these different aspects of me, and I could be any one of those that I wanted that I didn't really know who I was at the core. So this whole period is about becoming our true self, our authentic self, and I see this a lot too. So we see a lot of these people they're having like gender issues and stuff like that. They've had those issues. They're just coming to terms with this themselves, and it's coming out as their authentic self. So I see a lot of similar patterns with this, and I see a lot of other people that aren't happy with their life. That it's because they've given 110 of them 110% of themselves to everyone else that they don't know who they are because they've put all these other people ahead of them. So they've never gotten a chance to explore that, and it can be kind of scary. It can be new. It can be, but it can also be exciting because you're starting from scratch. Then who do you want to be? Who do you want to become? A lot of times when I work with people, I tell them like, okay, you have a blank slate. What do you want to fill that space with? What do you want your life to look like? What do you want that new reality to be? And really when they see it from that perspective, it's like, wait, I can be anything. I can choose to be this. I can choose to be that. So yeah, it wasn't so much trying to be like certain people for other people, but I had like, the double lives, the triple lives, and like I lost sight of that. So for me, I kind of pulled that back, and I was like, okay, what? I didn't even know what I liked when all this stuff was gone. When I took all the masks off and I was just by myself, I didn't know what I liked to do. I didn't know what like brought me joy. I'd been also guilty of being in that pattern where I'd put everyone else ahead of me and I'd be dead last, to the point where I didn't even get a chance to figure out what I liked or remember what I liked because it had been so long before since I had actually really explored those things and actually really took the initiative to go and do those things that I enjoyed, because I was always putting everyone else ahead of me. So that was really a big step. Now it's funny because I'm actually going through this and trying to be my authentic self, and even as I shifted away from that and I shifted away from my other job and started seeing myself as this, okay, now you do healing work, and oh no, I'm this guy, I have to be real serious and I can't be funny and I got to do this, and like all these rules. And then so I got into asking myself like, whose rules are these? Who's making these rules? Oh, now you got to be like this, and now you got to be like this, and oh, you have to be serious because this is serious work. And it's like, no, you can still have fun and do this. So now I'm kind of learning to bring that balance back, and it's some of the people that I've come across they don't see me as that, and I've always considered myself funny, but I've pulled that back because of the way I think people should see me. So trying to find the humor in that humor can be healing. That humor is one of the best medicines, you know, to be able to laugh about things. Like, yeah, you can acknowledge that there's terrible things, but that being able to laugh at stuff and joke about stuff is such a big release and such a huge part of healing. So that's also very important. And so even though I've been triggered by some of these things, it's like, oh no, this is me becoming my authentic self, and it's important not to get sucked back into being who you people expect you to be, because oh, you used to be this, why are you acting like this now? Because people have certain expectations of who they think you are. So it's important to be mindful not to get sucked back into that. So yeah, if you guys want to share your journeys on becoming your authentic self, I'd love to hear them. All right, we'll see you on the next video.